Welcome back to Blazing at the Dark, where today's mad issue is, why did I get married? Now let's see what our audience thinks. Before we even get to the audience, Irv Gotti's about to get the beat down on the Michael Basin show. Irv, they are having a
bring
fit
it
in the
on,
audience.
bring it on.
Let me just say this to you, Irv. I understand your pain, man. Yeah. I think it would be real helpful for you to make it clear that you do love your wife. You do love her.
100%.
And the but is what?
I just think we're better off the way we are as being best friends than being together.
But you can't think for her. You cannot think for her.
Well, I'm thinking for me. We're better off.
Well, then divorce her and take your thinking self somewhere else.
Listen,
go ahead, Irv. Go ahead.
Listen, that's all good. Cool. Whatever makes it happen. Like with Cheddar, I'm into. It's a weird thing with me and Deb. You know what I'm saying? If she needed a kidney, they can cut me open.
She needs a husband.
But the husband that I am and the husband that I was to her only caused her grief. She got more smiles than frowns now.
You are still her husband.
But wait a minute, Iyanla, wait a minute. Why can't she leave him? Why are we waiting for him to leave her?
She ain't gonna leave him.
She's not gonna leave him.
Well, go ahead, tell me why.
Because he practices a very highly sophisticated form of control and manipulation.
No, I don't.
What does that mean?
It means that he's controlling her and manipulating her.
I wish you knew Deb.
And this is
There's
not
no
about
way
her.
you could control. Her nickname is Deb Murder. There's no controlling or manipulating Deb. She's cool, yo.
Well, you know what? You're absolutely accurate. And forgive me for putting myself, I'm a third-party observer in the middle of your marriage. But there are situations, not you and Deb, because not y'all, but everybody else, you know, there comes a point where if you don't cut it and let it go, you're going to be stuck in it.
Why are you shaking your head, Tamia?
Because that's true. I mean, I think that, you know...
Let it go. Let your soul soar.
Yeah.
Either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. And what happens is you're creating an impact on other people. As I said, every woman that you sleep with is violating herself by sleeping with another woman's husband.
Tamia, you were shaking your head. What did you want to say?
Violation.
Go ahead, Tamia.
You are an illegal substance.
Hold on, guys. Go ahead, Tamia.
Illegal substance.
I mean, I think that's where, for me, God comes in, because I believe that everything comes from him anyway, so... If I'm supposed to have it, I'm going to have it, whether my husband's in my life or not. So
now relate that. You also nodded your head when I asked the question, why doesn't she leave him? Now, Iyanla has her perspective on that. What's yours?
Well, because I think sometimes we as women, men will... If we just have an open door, they'll come and go as they please, and it's almost up to us to put our foot down and say,
then why are we talking to her?
Hope against hope.
She could close the door if she wanted to, but there's a reason why she keep the door open.
And what is that, George?
This is what I don't like.
Go ahead, Irv.
This is what I don't like. Because you said something, you was like, I wouldn't let you come in on the weekends. Yo,
That's right. Breathe.
Hold it. Let me.
Breathe.
Let me speak.
But your eons are flying in their violence.
Let them fly. Let my eons go wherever they want to go. Now, like, we have beautiful kids, and yes, I should be with her for the kids, but if we're not working out, why can't I come back on the weekends and they see mommy and daddy loving each other in that capacity at least? It's like women, they'll get off and saying, yo, you can't come in, and they use the kids.
And don't,
wait. So you saying I can't you saying I can't come on the weekends to see my kids, you only gonna hurt the kids.
That's not what we're saying. You can come divorced.
And
I'm saying you can come divorced.
You all both know for yourselves that women do that all the time.
And that's not right.
Boy, you all can hear the conversation going on over here. Yeah, there's a show there, and there's a show. Hold on, let me get a question or comment. Yeah, ma'am.
Hi. When in a marriage, how do I focus on me when it's about we?
Your daily spiritual practice is your focus on you. Your daily spiritual practice, that 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes a day where you separate from everybody and it's about you and your creator. That is your me time. And in there, you get your direction and your correction to make the we better.
Yes, sir.
I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know if one chooses not to marry, I mean, is it okay to remain single?
It's your choice. If you like it, I love it.
I'm curious about something, Irv. Are you married, or you single, or you...
What, right?
Swingle.
What are you?
I've been separated for like 7, 8 years.
That's a lie. That's an illusion. There is no separation.
So I'm single. She kicked me out the house, threw all my clothes out.
And you bought another house, didn't you?
And I bought an apartment, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, after I bought the apartment, I always tell her, I said, Joe, you placed your bet. I said, that was a bet you placed when you kicked me out the house. And the bet was that I wasn't going to be able to function without seeing my kids. But in the business that I was in, I was really only seeing them on the weekends anyway. Because at the time I would come in, they would sleep, then they go to school, and then I leave, and I wasn't seeing them anyway, except on the weekends anyway.
Go ahead, Tamia. I can see you seething over there.
So I went and got my thing, and I said, Joe, you placed that bet. And that bet.
How old are your kids, man?
My kids is 8, 11, and 16.
They're children.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you this, and I was saying I'm not in your pockets. I'll never get nobody's pocket. But when you talk about on the road, I'm on the road too. You know what? I'm here in L.A. My wife and kids here. When you got that kind of money, you can get your kids to where you are. You ain't gotta have it where you ain't got only see your kids on the weekend.
Nah.
You can hire a tutor.
Nah, they was coming to see me and everything like that. But the structure when they in school, they was going to school. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, once she kicked me out the house or whatever like that, I grown into a thing where it was, and we wasn't fighting no more. Everyone talks about the kids. What was it? Was it better for me to be home and me and Deb like having fights that I don't want to even talk about, where my life was at risk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that level, yeah, good.
And
look, like at that level, and then the kids.
Hold on a second. I'm seeing Tamia moving around in your seat.
That's what I told my son. I said, what you want? I said, you see me and mommy now, and it's all love, and we're happy. I said, when I was here, you was just seeing us fight. I said, choose.
Why would you put your children in your marriage? That is your business with your wife. You have a conversation with them about it, but you don't use them to bargain. They're not a bargaining.
Right.
I was watching a show.
You're absolutely right. On my show, Deb asked Sonny, what you think about if me and
exactly. That's the part I was getting ready to refer to.
And I barked on Deb.
Yes, she did. She did that. And I was going to ask him about that exact quote, too.
So, hey.
Women do that a lot more than men do.
And when was the last time you were a woman, George?
Let me get, hey, George, before you answer that question.
I see one every day, and I've been married to one for the last 15 years, and my mama was one, and I saw her do it,
But you know what, Michael? This is so interesting, because these are the very things that hinder our marriage. Us speaking for each other, us speaking about each other as opposed to speaking to each other, making up stories that don't have nothing to do with what's really going on. He's making up stories. You are a story maker-upper.
I don't make up nothing. You know what? I'm truthful to a fault. That's my problem. Honesty is my problem.
Let me ask Tamia this question. I've been dying to ask this. So to me, obviously, all of your friends are not perfectly and happily marriages. What advice would you give them, and what advice would you give Irv?
I mean, I don't think anybody's really perfectly happily married. Like I said, you have to work on it. You have to work on it. And I think at the end of the day, for me and for my husband as well, no matter how great a basketball player he is, no matter how well I sing, at the end of the day, who we are it's going to be in our children, and who we've made them become as adults. And the scars, we want to keep the scars as shallow as possible. So, that's what it's about.
I want to make an asterisk on the perfection thing here, Mike.
The comment you made earlier.
Yeah, the comment I made, because what I'm saying by that is, we all know it is going to take some work. But when you have somebody who you're feeling and y'all have that connection, where it's equal love, not unbalanced love, where someone's feeling someone a little bit more. You know, you hear women say a lot, like, the man should love the woman a little bit more than the woman loves the man, and stuff like that, and that's how it could work.
I've heard something else. In fact, we got to continue this on the radio show. Irv is going to be on the Michael Bays radio show to finish this. Get ready to laugh, because we need it after this. We're coming back with the hilarious Joe Claire blowing up the mic. Don't want to miss it, family. You're watching Bays After Dark.